Hey, Ed here, Redbeard Knife and Tool. Today we're gonna blue an axe head. Yeah, let's go. So this here's a wood slasher Hudson Bay pattern. You can tell by the 6 ribs, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So this is the things that I use: birchwood Casey, permablue paste, and I'm gonna tag team it with this Markley Express Brown number 2. You're gonna need glovies. Don't want to get that stuff on your hands. For that Markley Brown, I got a little container and a applicator, sponge applicator, and also I have a hot plate in my shop and a pot of water. It's hot. It's going to be hot to the touch. Just about ready, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take this axe head and just kind of drop it in there. Let it sit in there a couple of minutes, just enough for it to get hot. It also kind of helps release the oils and stuff from touching it and stuff like that. But the heat kind of accelerates and makes sure that it's all ready to go. I have a couple of rags here. I'm going to set another one down off to the side over here, and well, right here, and I have one here. This is going to be my work surface, and the other one's going to be like a drying surface. Now, because it's hot, it's not going to take much drying, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. It's only been in there like, I don't know, just a couple of minutes. So you're just going to put it in there just long enough to get hot, and by the time I get my gloves on, it's going to dry. And I'm just going to wipe off any excess. There isn't much on there. It's hot to the touch. That's the way it should be. I'm going to take the Perma Blue. I usually just squirt a little bit on my hand, about the size of a nickel, and just go at it, really. And you see it's already starting to blue up on us. And just make sure it gets enough to where it's kind of everywhere. We might need a little bit more here, so just grab another dot. Yep, there we go. Just make sure it just covers the entire head. Now it's kind of a nice gray. We're just going to let it sit for a few minutes and see what it looks like. It says the directions say to leave it on there for 60 seconds. This is my process, so this is what I like to do. After about 60 seconds of leaving it alone, I'm going to put it back in the water. I'm not going to wipe it down or anything. I'm just going to put it right back in the water. And while that's doing that, I'm going to get this browning solution, because that's what this Markley stuff is. It's basically browning solution. And that's going to create like a, I don't know, a marbling effect, I guess you could say, between bluing and browning. All right, we're going to pull this head back out. Set it over here to dry. Just let it sit for a couple of minutes. Maybe turn it up so it'll kind of drain out of the eye. All right, it only took a few seconds to dry. Now I'm going to put this browning solution on it. And just make sure this, just like the bluing, make sure it's fully incorporated all over the head. This only takes a couple of minutes. Turn that water down because it's hot enough. You don't want it so hot to where you can't handle the axe head. Let this dry. See how it's starting now? I don't know if you can see there's some brown tinges to it. That's what we're looking for. Leave this sit for, I don't know, 30-40 seconds. for it to react. All right, now we're going to put it back in the water, and we're going to repeat the same process. Do the bluing and then the browning again. Be right back. All right, I went ahead and put another layer of bluing on it after. So I did a bluing, browning, a bluing, a browning, and I ended with a bluing. I think this is where I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to let this sit for a little while, and then I'll be back to kind of tell you what the next step is. I think I like it. All right, so I let it set for a little while. It's nice and black, kind of dull. Now I emptied out my pot. Just gonna get it wet and just kind of get all the excess bluing off. You have to use water to neutralize the bluing agent. A lot of people like to use, I don't know, steel wool, but just a small rag is fine. But that's it. I'm gonna get this dried off and then show you what's next. All right, the last bit I do is just put a little bit of BLO on it, just to lock everything in, keep it from rusting anymore, because it will rust if you don't put some kind of oil on it. So I use boiled linseed oil. But that's it. All right, y'all. Well, so here it is, nice and black. It's going to lighten up a little as this oil cures, but man, it looks freaking phenomenal. So I'll do this after I sharpen it, and then I'll come along with my polishing belt, and it'll take all the bluing off right on the edge. So it's already scary sharp. You just got to kind of be careful. That in the handle is already fitted, so I just got to put it on there and wedge it. So that's it. I appreciate you guys following me and paying attention to what I got going on. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.